Senator Van Hollen, you need to come see me, Mr. Coley, because you doing like that. You need to take care of home before you go in other states.
He went to El Salvador.
Oh, that's another country, excuse me.
Who did pay for this trip?
This was an officially cleared, congressional trip, cleared on a bipartisan basis. Yes, like every other trip.
He didn't really want to admit it, did he? He didn't really want to admit, yeah, I'm spending taxpayer dollars to do this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise, and today we got to continue the conversation around this ridiculous story out of Maryland, or should I say El Salvador, involving none other than this guy, Abreu Garcia, an MS-13 gang member who somehow just became the Democrats' newest pet passion or pet project. Now let's set the record straight here. This guy wasn't falsely deported. He was rightly removed. Two separate judges confirmed his ties to a violent gang, MS-13. He was also caught up in human trafficking investigations. He also had not one, but two restraining orders for beating the heck out of his wife. When she jumped on ABC on Michael Strahan's show and was asked about it, she just, blurts out, "Hey, I'm just glad he's alive." Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The couple times that I've seen her, she looked like she's being held hostage. She's being forced to say these things. What she did, it's not a response. That's just complete damage control. And now this dude sitting in his Salvadorian prison, where he belongs, and suddenly Democrats are all up in arms about this. They're flying down to El Salvador like they're filming the next Mission Impossible movie, trying to bring this guy back to America. Now let me ask you this question here. Why are elected officials wasting taxpayer dollars and time trying to rescue a confirmed criminal from a prison in another country? Who asked for this? Americans don't want him back. I'd put any amount of money on it. I'd bet every dollar in my daggone account that 70+% of Americans, in this country, they could not care one bit about this particular guy. A large majority of them would say, "Hey man, keep that dude there. We don't need that type of riffraff here in this nation." But as usual, the Democrats are doing what they do best, defending criminals while ignoring victims, American citizens, and just plain out common sense. Let's get into the videos. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Lego.
We've spoken to the administration about how they are not making the argument about MS-13 in court. But you told my colleague Dana Bash yesterday that you did not ask Abreu Garcia whether or not he's actually in MS-13. You said you know what his answer is. But how do you know if you did not ask him?
Well, because I know what he's said many times in court, and that's the proper forum for debating this. And as we know, the federal district court judge in this case said, and I brought it with me again, and I'm going to read it, no evidence linking Abreu Garcia to MS-13 or to any terrorist activity, period. That has been what Abreu Garcia has been telling the court. And I would ask you, Caitlin, really, if I'd come back and said, "Oh, I asked him if he was an MS-13 and he said, no, he wasn't." I mean, right? The whole point is this is a conversation that's supposed to happen in court.
Yeah, this guy here's a clown. Now, I know when you sat down and you broke bread with this man, or, had a soup or whatever the case may be, I know you had a chance to check out his daggone knuckles. Dude has MS-13 across his knuckles. Now, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently, his wife, she's going through and trying to airbrush pictures and things of that nature online or blur pictures online, so forth and so on. I mean, it's pretty freaking ridiculous. It is. But let's check out what the people in the great state of Maryland has to say about this particular guy.
So there's this illegal immigrant. He was living in Maryland, designated MS-13 terrorist, and Donald Trump deported him. How does that make you feel?
I feel safer.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Need to go. I mean, that's it.
But he was a father.
But he's still a terrorist.
Okay. I mean, but there's children living without fathers now.
He should have picked and choose, so he picked to be a terrorist instead of worrying about his children.
The Democrats, they want him back. They say he was wrongfully deported. He has a wife and a kid who's a citizen. They're calling this a national emergency. Is this a national emergency?
I wouldn't call it a national emergency. We got more things going on.
We have more things, more fish to fry.
I just found out about it, so I don't think so.
What kind of national emergency? For what? What is the emergency for?
Ain't no national emergency, no.
He was accused of hitting his wife twice and was a suspected human smuggler. Was he wrongfully deported?
No. He need to go.
If he's a smuggler, yeah, he needs to be deported.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Your senator here, Chris Van Hollen, he flew to El Salvador where this guy was deported. He met with them, had lunch with them, had margaritas on the table. What's up with your senator?
I have no idea, but I do believe that was a waste of taxpayer dollars.
You agreeing with somebody whooping their wife, terrorizing where you live, then you don't need to live here either.
Senator Van Hollen, you need to come see me, Mr. Coley, because you doing like that. You need to take care of home before you go in other states.
He went to El Salvador.
Oh, that's another country, excuse me.
What has Senator Chris Van Hollen ever done for you?
Nothing.
Nothing. For me, nothing.
Nothing that I know of.
He ain't do me. I can admit that.
I've never even heard of this person.
Do you want Kilmar Abrego Garcia, this quote-unquote Maryland dad, living back in Maryland?
No. No.
No.
No.
Not if he's doing trafficking, no.
Why the want somebody like that back? No.
What is your message to the Democrats who really want him back in your community?
Why would you want that in my community? Bring it to your community and see how long you like it up there.
Leave them, or y'all go over there with them.
You're focused on the wrong thing.
If they illegal coming over here, send them back.
Look at that. Those are the people down in Maryland. Now here it is. You got Van Hollen, you got Jamie Raskins. We're going to hear from Jamie Raskins. These people don't care about the actual citizens, the constituents, the people that vote them in and put them in office. They don't care about them. They have more concern with what's going on in another country and illegal immigrants than they care about the people who put them in office. It's freaking ridiculous, man.
But look, President Bukele, who's declared himself a dictator, and the other tyrants, dictators, autocrats of the world have to understand that the Trump administration is not going to last forever. We're going to restore strong democracy to America, and we will remember who stood up for democracy in America and who tried to drive us down towards dictatorship and autocracy. So I'm glad that Chris Van Hollen showed exactly where America is, and we're not afraid of any dictator anywhere.
Jamie Raskins got to go. So does Van Hollen. These types of people in government, they got to go. This is ridiculous. This dude made a full-fledged threat to another nation on the behalf of the Democrat Party, not on the behalf of the United States government, on the behalf of the Democrat Party. That is a problem. The interfering that is happening from these Democrats, I mean, it's really pushing close to the Logan Act. I mean, these people, they've flown down there, those representatives, with no official capacity, no meeting with Abrego Garcia, no actual purpose, none whatsoever. They're just wasting taxpayer time and resources. This is ridiculous. They need to be called to the carpet for it, man. I want to hear what you guys think about this in the comment section, though. Like, share, subscribe, turn the notifications on so you never miss an upload. I appreciate the support, the love. Keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth. Words so sharp.